Thank you very much for all the attendance we have. This green awareness activity, we want to thank that staff for choosing us to have their location, because they could have gone 100 different places. And very, very pleased to have the group here. After we get the structure up, and Callaway explained that in quite detail, then we'll come over and have a seat over here, and we'll work on a complex roof. The going up of this building will be extremely fast, and as he'll explain, that's one of its very, very good advantages, in that you don't have the labor involved, and that cuts expenses a lot. Ours would be the opposite. It'd be hands-on, and it'll probably take 3 months to build it, so we'll go through the different areas at that time. Thanks again for being here.
Steve Cudon is the instructor and at CAC, and I'll let him say a couple things about what's happening and how the program all kind of came together.
This all came about through when I teach the classes, I usually try to bring guest speakers who are experts in the different various fields. And I contacted Vanessa Sue Pence out of Kingman, where she was building a factory to produce these AirLight type panels that you see behind me. The construction of sheet metal, galvanized sheet metal, and polystyrene. And they have a very high insulating value of an R25, so they're ideal for building in areas of hot or cold climates, such as we have here in Arizona. I hope you all understand how fast this will probably go together. We were able to construct it in the classroom in less than an hour and a half. So it's a very fast assembled type of structure.
All right, gather around close and we'll get started.
Come on, make it look fun.
Smile.
Smile for the camera.
Our first step is to cover this with a durable plastic, and this particular sheet is 45 mil rubber made by Goodyear. Its advantages is that it's very, very flexible and will expand and contract. Now the next step will be that we need to put a frame around this in order to hold the soil. Our soil depth is not going to exceed on the outside more than 4 inches, but in the inside it's going to be 1.5 feet. So this frame is very, very important that it goes up pretty square. We have within here 3 different kinds of panels, and this is our own idea, so it may work or it may not. Our good master gardeners here in a minute will take these all up there and fill them with sand. Its purpose is it becomes the filter for all of this water and soil on the top. This is a porous sheet that the water can go through from the soil. Is that kind of clear? Goes through the soil, through this. It's kept from the majority of the coarse material getting into our filters. Ben, what we're doing here is that this little strip will go over the permeable material. This then is going to be something that we haven't seen on many roofs, in that this is going to be our dry riverbed to start with, but it'll be, within a week, it'll be flowing. So we'll pump water up one end and go down here. Some of the competition now is using ground up pallets as a forest material. This is actually off the floor and other materials off the forest floor at Heber, Arizona. And so this becomes a large portion of that mix, and that will become the organic part of our mix. Then we'll use the sand that is for gardening. It has less salt. We'll have calcium in it, and we'll have a lot of sulfur. Sulfur is used so that when the moisture goes through the sulfur, it will change it to more toward a neutral pH. Is that kind of clear? And so it's a real economical way to change that pH. And then the organic matter will change the pH also. And then the perlite is what you call a neutral material. So it stays, it doesn't change one way or the other. Perlite also has the unique characteristic of being able to allow water to go through it if it gets oversaturated, or if it's under moisturized, then it will hold some moisture. So it's an equalizer for moisture. And so that will be on the top of this roof.
No, I don't have them, but that's okay.
I think those two over there are north. Okay.
What we have is a tube that will come on about every 6 hours with water, and it will pre-cool the soil. And so the irises, the first row, is going to be between the tube and the wall. And in that way, we'll have a green strip around the front, where most cases the roof gardens are usually very dry around the edge because it just gets too hot. I want to personally thank Callaway for making this all possible. This is really good for our community, and it represents CAC real well, and we sure thank all of you for participating. This is a long-term project, and it will bring in lots and lots of people with experimental backgrounds, I'm sure. That's what's interesting. We pride ourselves a little bit in creativity out here, and this sure helps us. Thanks a lot, Mr. Callaway.
I can say you're ahead of the game, Phil. Just judging by the kind of house you live in, and you've done all this experimenting. You have full-grown trees right on the top of your home. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.